Here's the part nobody likes to hear. Getting rich is not about making more money. Plenty of high-income people are broke. It's about not wasting money on things that do not build your future. Wealth is what you keep and grow, not what you spend. If you avoid just these 5 habits and invest the difference consistently, you give compounding time to work. And compounding is the real secret. Small decisions, repeated for years, become massive results. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. Live below your means. Invest the gap. Ignore social pressure. Think long term. That's not flashy, but it works. And one day you wake up and realize you're not stressed about money. You're not trapped by payments. You have choices. That is real success. That is real wealth. If this message helped you, hit the like button so more people can see it. Subscribe if you want more videos about money, mindset, and building real financial freedom. And comment below. Which of these 5 habits do you see most in your own life? Your future starts with the decisions you make today. Choose wisely. First, buying brand new cars. Let's get this out of the way. Yes, people need transportation. No, people do not need brand new cars. And yet millions of people walk into dealerships every year and sign contracts that quietly steal their future. Here's why new cars are financial poison. The moment you drive a new car off the lot, it instantly loses 10 to 20% of its value, not after a year, not after wear and tear. Immediately. You haven't even parked it at home yet, and thousands of dollars are already gone. Then over the next 5 years, most cars lose around 60% of their value. So that shiny $40,000 car, it becomes a $16,000 car. But wait, it gets worse, because most people don't buy cars with cash, they finance them. So now you're paying interest on something that's rapidly losing value. You are literally paying extra money to lose money faster. Let's do the math. You finance a $40,000 car for 5 years. Your payments total around $45,000 at the end of those 5 years. Your car's worth about $16,000, so you pay $40,000. To own something worth $16,000, that's a $29,000 loss. Now here's the part most people never think about. If instead of losing that $29,000, you invested it at a normal long-term return, say 10% per year, in 30 years that money becomes over $500,000 from just one car decision. But most people don't make this decision once. They repeat it every few years. Over a lifetime, this habit alone can cost millions. Wealthy people understand something very simple. A car is not an investment. It is a tool. It gets you from point A to point B. A new car does not get you there faster. It does not improve your life enough to justify the cost. So they buy reliable used cars, drive them for many years, and invest the difference. Meanwhile, everyone else upgrades every few years and wonders why they can't get ahead. If you want to build wealth, stop buying brand new cars. Buy used, buy reliable, pay cash when possible, drive it until it truly can't be driven anymore. Your future self will thank you. Now, let's talk about the second silent wealth killer. Second, buying a house you can't really afford. Home ownership can be a great decision, but buying too much house is one of the fastest ways to stay poor. Here's how the trap works. You go to the bank. They tell you the maximum they're willing to lend. Most people think, great, that means I can afford that much. No, that means the bank can make money lending you that much. Banks qualify you based on what protects them, not what builds your wealth. So people stretch themselves to the absolute limit. 30-year mortgages, huge monthly payments, no room to breathe. Then they wonder why they never have money left to invest. Let's say someone earns $8,000 per month. The bank might approve them for a home that costs $400,000. With taxes, insurance, maintenance, and fees, that can easily become $2,000 to $2,500 per month. That's over 30% of their income locked into housing, which means no serious investing, no flexibility, no financial momentum. All their money is trapped in walls and roof. They are house rich and cash poor. Wealthy people do the opposite. They live in homes that are below what they could afford, so they can invest aggressively. Here's a powerful rule. Your home price should be no more than 2.5 to 3 times your annual income, and less if possible, not the maximum the bank approves, the amount that still lets you build wealth. Because here's the brutal truth. A big house does not make you rich, but investing the difference does. Over 30 years, the choice between a modest home and an expensive home can mean over $1 million in net worth. Same family, same income, different priorities. Your house should support your financial future, not suffocate it. Now let's move to something people rarely consider dangerous. Third, buying all new furniture and decor. This one looks harmless, but it quietly drains tens of thousands of dollars from middle-class families. People move into a new place and think, I need to furnish everything immediately and it should all be new. So they buy new sofa, new dining set, new bedroom furniture, decorations, rugs, lamps, wall art. Before they realize it, they've spent $20,000 to $40,000 just to make the house look nice. Sometimes they even finance it, so now they're paying interest on furniture that does the exact same job. Whether it's new or used, here's the truth no store wants to tell you. Used furniture works just as well. You still sit on it, you still sleep on it, you still eat on it, but you pay a fraction of the price. If you spend $10,000 instead of $30,000, that $20,000 difference invested over time can turn into hundreds of thousands of dollars. But most people don't want used furniture. They want their house to look like a showroom. They want to impress guests. They want everything to match, so they trade long-term freedom for short-term appearance. Wealthy people care about function, not image. They buy slowly. They keep things for years. They don't redecorate just because trends change, because trends don't build wealth. Compounding does. Now let's talk about something that steals money every single year. Fourth, constantly upgrading technology. New phone, new laptop, new TV, new gadgets. Every year there's a new model, and every year people feel like their current device is old. But ask yourself, does your phone actually stop working? Or did a company just convince you it's not cool anymore? Most technology today is far more powerful than most people will ever need, yet people replace perfect good devices just to have the latest version. Let's take phones. If you buy a $1,000 phone every year, that's $1,000 per year for decades. If you keep a phone for 4 years instead, you cut that cost by 75%. And if you invest the difference over a lifetime, that habit alone can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And phones are just the beginning. Laptops, tablets, smartwatches, home gadgets. Most of these upgrades are wants, not needs. Wealthy people use technology as tools, not as identity symbols. They upgrade when something breaks or truly limits productivity, not when marketing tells them to. If your tech is making you poorer instead of more productive, it's not serving you. Now let's talk about the most emotionally charged one of all. Fifth, luxury experiences you can't afford. People love to say, you only live once. Money is for enjoying life. I'm making memories. And they're right about one thing. Life should be enjoyed, but there is a massive difference between enjoying life responsibly and sabotaging your future for short-term pleasure. Luxury vacation, first-class flights, 5-star hotels, VIP experiences. These things are incredibly expensive and incredibly temporary. A week of luxury can cost $10,000 or more, and many people put it on credit cards. So now they're not just buying memories, they're buying debt. Here's the painful math. 2 luxury vacations per year at $10,000 each is $20,000 per year over 30 years. That's $600,000 spent. But if instead you spent $5,000 per year on affordable travel and invested the other $15,000, that could become over $2 million. That's the real cost of luxury travel, not what you spend, but what you give up forever. And here's the ironic part. Some of the best memories in life come from simple trips, road trips, nature, time with people you love. Happiness does not scale with hotel stars, but financial stress absolutely scales with debt. Wealthy people enjoy life, but they do it within a system that still builds wealth. They don't sacrifice long-term freedom for short-term pleasure. Why most people still fall for these traps? Now here's the hardest part. Every single one of these purchases is socially normal. Everyone buys new cars, everyone upgrades phones, everyone stretches for houses, everyone decorates, everyone posts vacation photos. So when you don't do it, you feel behind. People might call you cheap or boring or unsuccessful, but here's the truth. Most people are broke, so copying their financial behavior is the fastest way to stay broke too. You have to decide, do you want approval now or freedom later? Because you usually can't have both. Wealth is built quietly, with boring decisions, with discipline when nobody is watching. It doesn't look impressive on social media, but it feels incredible when you have no debt, you have options, you're not trapped by bills, you control your time. That freedom is worth more than any car, trip, or gadget. I've spent my entire life studying money, not just how people make it, but how they lose it. And after watching thousands of people over decades, smart people, hardworking people, people with good jobs, I can tell you something that might surprise you. Most people are not broke because they don't earn enough. They're broke because they buy the wrong things, not big mistakes, not dramatic disasters, small, normal, socially accepted purchases that quietly destroy their future. No alarms, no warnings, just slow financial death, one normal decision at a time. And the worst part, most of these purchases don't feel irresponsible. They feel deserved. They feel necessary. They feel like what successful adults are supposed to do. But behind the scenes, they're draining your wealth the same way termites eat a house. Silently, patiently, until one day the structure collapses. Today I want to show you the 5 biggest wealth killers that keep intelligent, hardworking people poor their entire lives, not because they're lazy, not because they're unlucky, but because nobody ever taught them this. If you avoid just these 5 traps, you won't just save money. You can literally change the entire financial direction of your life. Let's start with the one that destroys more wealth than almost anything else.